So this comes to us from Vardark. She says, Access Media is melting down over thirsty players managing to corrupt Stellar Blade with quote unquote raunchy mods. And I thought that she was like embellishing a little bit, like, oh, this is just to get some engagement, maybe. But Vara doesn't do that. Vara doesn't do that. So I was like, okay, did they really? And I saw these and I'm like, oh my God, they actually did. It's taken less than 72 hours for Stellar Blade's demo to get bombarded with raunchy mods. Stellar Blade already has adult mods on PC, despite the demo releasing days ago. Stellar Blade already has mods thanks to its Steam demo, and you simply won't believe this. The top 3 are all nude mods. Oh no. Like, it's almost like they're desperate to be getting their panties in a bunch, except for like how could you possibly be surprised about this? It's literally Stellar Blade. What did you expect? This one from the gamer. It's taken less than 72 hours for Stellar Blade's demo to get bombarded with raunchy mods. From Joshua Robertson. Stellar Blade is actually a pretty good game at its core, full of fast-paced action and interesting world. But it shall always and forever be known as the game for the terminally down bad gamer. Why? Just because it's got an attractive protagonist in it? What? Why would you label it that? Weird. Thanks to its scantily clad main character, Eve. They make it sound like it's a bad thing, by the way. There are a wide variety of costumes you can wear to show off her assets, and some are about as raunchy as you can get on PlayStation without having her run around in the buff. Okay. Cellblade's PC release is another matter entirely, though, as while all the official content walks the not safe for work tightrope, the same can't be said for the many, many raunchy mods that we all expected would be made once the game finally made its way to Steam. That will happen later this month on June 11th, but thanks to the recent release of Stellar Blade demo, the raunchy mod floodgates have been officially opened. So I don't get the perspective of this person, where they're like surprised that they're already out, but then they're saying they expected them to come when the game came out. It's like, exactly, Odin Darkle. This is literally killing women. Exactly. Stellar Blade is already being bombarded with raunchy mods due to Steam demo release. As of the time of writing, there are currently 33 mods for Stellar Blade on the website Nexus Mods, which I would, if I were a modder, I would not even load up Nexus Mods. There needs to be more competition in that space. Most of them placed firmly in the adult category. You have your tame stuff, such as catsuits for Eve and mods that make her rear and chest comically large. But then you have some mods that are a lot harder to explain if someone catches you downloading them. Now, I would imagine that the person that wrote this or their friends are people that probably might have some curious habits in life. But that's perfectly fine in real life. But if someone's doing it in a video game, we got to draw a line, guys. We got to draw a line. You've got a series of mods that alters Eve's existing suits to have her bits peeking through, as well as a couple of mods that just strip her entirely. Then you have some slightly more bizarre mods, such as that one that replaces Taki's character portrait in the archives with the more not safe for work one, while there's also a mod which plasters a raunchy picture of someone's rear onto vending machines. Oh no, not that. You'd also believe that a game like Stellar Blade, which has arguably some of the most conveniently attractive characters in video games, conventionally, not conveniently, conventionally attractive characters in video games, would be safe from the standard yassification mods. What the what's a yassification mod? What the hell even is that? Is that to make her gay? What? that are usually made for games with female leads. But nope, this is indeed a mod that claims to give Eve a beautification, which is possibly the only one I can safely link to without accidentally subjecting someone to the degenerate parts of the internet. You know, this guy that wrote this article investigated thoroughly all these quote unquote degenerate parts of the internet just to act like they're better than it. It was an inevitable part of Stellar Blade coming to PC, especially with the reputation the game has. But it's still honestly quite impressive that the game has been bombarded with so many raunchy mods less than 72 hours after the release of the demo. Is it really? Is it really that surprising? But hey, we should have expected this from a game with a social media account that retweets not safe for work fan art, which I'm definitely not going to click on that, but I know what it's referencing. Here we go from Beauty. And when gamers defend their personal games, you call it Gamergate. Difference is the group against progressive censorship greatly outweigh those for. And when people respond, you call it a harassment campaign. Beauty, are you in the chat right now? Because what a banger comment that is. Holy crap. Do game journalists purposely try to enrage the game community just for the sake of playing victim after backlash? Right? Like, this article is so nonsensical. It's reading like someone expected it to happen, but they're just so disgusted by the dark corners of the internet for daring to mod a PC game, a single player PC game, I might add, to which no one watches you play it unless you're like live streaming it. But most people aren't going to do the band stuff that gets you live stream banned. Why do these people, typical lefties, degenerates that are, you see them in the gay pride parades, you see them doing horrific acts to each other in front of children on the streets? That's totally fine. But God forbid someone mods the breasts on Eve to be a little bit bigger and makes her nude in their single player game that no one else is going to see. We got to draw a line on that one. The other stuff, the gay pride parade, we're not going to care about that stuff. This is where the issue is, guys. This only means most of your views would be people that disagree with you. It's hard to pity the mass layoffs in video game journalism industry, considering that most game journalists exist only to provoke or antagonize, then call players toxic. Don't forget also potentially sue people on top of doing all that. Let people have fun with their games. Else we respond to the next Sweet Baby Inc. game this website will inevitably defend. Damn! That's back-to-back comments from Beauty. Holy shit. Not terribly surprising. Most male gamers like attractive female characters. Oh, here's one more from Beauty. I'm sorry customers are enjoying this game, but this is the demographic of that game. You have a problem with people disliking Veilguard and Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yet when Stellar Blade and fans provide the fan base exactly what you want, you have a problem? I mean, this is one of those game, set, match type of things. You don't have a leg to stand on anymore. I probably should bring up the Austin Wood one because that guy strikes me as someone who's not all there upstairs. And I believe he is on Kotaku Detected already. Well, guys, I just stumbled onto something. What is happening right now? So I'm looking for this guy's article. You guys tell me, do you feel like there will be quality journalism if you write an article every hour or two? And promise me that AI is not involved, because I don't think you can. Austin Wood, senior writer. And this is at gamesradar.com. Austin has been a game journalist for 12 years, having freelance for PC Gamer, Eurogamer, IGN, Sports Illustrated, and Games Radar since 2019. Okay, great. Let's see. Austin Wood published 8 hours ago. Chamber Pots, Spit, and Pigs. Between the stunning views, The Witcher 4's unreal Engine 5 tech demo is a grimy medieval mess I was hoping for. That was 8 hours ago. Between total failures and Stardew Valley size hits, expert says it's the hidden gems quietly making hundreds of thousands of dollars for small devs that show Steam is doing okay. Also published 8 hours ago. Jetix lays off RuneScape staff and indefinitely pauses old school RuneScape project Zenaris private servers, but says the MMOs won't be hurt in the long run. Austin Wood published 10 hours ago. They pressed the AI button. It might have been a bad idea, but in truth, there's no unpressing that button, says Epic CEO. Immediately after Epic shows a conversation with an AI that embarrasses us all. Austin Wood published 13 hours ago. Desperate to fight Steam, Epic burns money like firewood. Austin Wood, 14 hours ago. The Witcher 4 is targeting 60 frames per second. Austin Wood, also 14 hours ago. Stellar Blade already has mods thanks to its Steam demo. And you simply won't believe this. The top 3 are nude mods published yesterday. I had to scroll through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The dude published 6 articles in a day. Many of them in the same hour. I will tell you guys, when I write an article on Smash JT from an actual person that writes the article, it takes me hours to put all the information together, make sure I get my thoughts straight, make sure it sounds right. I connect the sources that I'm talking about. I get the images. Like it takes a while, but it's very personalized. I want to make sure that I get it right. And I put a lot of care into it. And then I use that article as basically the backdrop to my video where I reference my article. I use part of my article as some of my script where I read some of that during the B-roll and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, everything is in line and it makes sense. There's no way you could write this many articles. I don't care if you're the best journalist on the planet. Without AI doing it for you, there is no way. There's absolutely no way. Like, sorry. Unless it's like 3 sentences. And even then, how do you even know what you're writing about? How do you have time to research anything? If it's in the same hour, how? Unless you're just copying someone else's work, you're just going to other websites and just reading it and copying it without using AI? Like what? How do you write this many articles? Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 the day before that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 the day before that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So he does 4 a day on average. And from what I hear, many outlets will pay you per article that you write. And it depends on a lot of factors, level of experience, the subject matter, all these other things that go into it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're paying like $40 an article, $35 an article. And he's making like $150 a day, $200 a day type thing, just blasting through these articles. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, at this point, I don't even care to read through this. I was trying to get to it, but holy crap. I stand here stunned, surprised, and shell-shocked. Austin, me too, because you wrote 6 articles in a day and 4 the day before that. That's impressive. And 4 the day before that, and 4 the day before that, and 4 the day before that. So, damn, you must research a lot the days leading up to those because, whoa, I wonder how much effort goes into these. It almost reads like the article I just read. Guys, you don't think that these journalists are just copy pasting other people's articles into ChatGPT and having them write it differently, do you? This is crazy, though. This is crazy. I wouldn't put it past them either. But yikes. Here I am. I started talking about how they're complaining about Stellar Blade, and I might have just stumbled upon something much more even crazier. 6 articles in a day, bro. Are we serious? We serious, Clark? We serious?